Now, this is dirty truth. He tweeted out the following. At Real Donald Trump says, they should have been fighting the battle against AIDS long before. They had answered long before he came into office. Now, think about this. If we go back to post 252, Q said Red Cross is corrupt and used as a piggy bank. Future topic. Disease created by families in power. Population control. Pharma billions. Think AIDS. Future topic. Relevant. Again, post 693. When does Big Pharma make money? Curing or containing cancer, AIDS, etc. Mind will be blown by chain of command. So right there, Trump is letting us know that this should have been stopped a long time ago. They knew about it. They knew about the cure. They knew about it all. Now,
since they're creating these things, making money off these things, this is a great way to abuse the population, make money off it for your own gain. Isn't that sick? No more elite abuses and corporation abuses. It is sick.
During his presser, Trump decided to let out the information that there was an operation going on, which confirms to everyone that there are operations going on. And he decided to come out with this information during this pandemic. And we normally don't hear about this, but if POTUS is telling us about it, there is a specific reason he is mentioning it. Take a listen.
A couple of other locations that we'll report to you, and we were able to get a young woman released from a certain area who was being horribly accosted, horribly treated, and we spoke to General Milley. General Milley took care of it. We went in and we got her out, and we'll report further on that one. But that was rough stuff. I want to thank General Milley. I want to thank all of the people that were involved and the people that went in to get her. I want to thank you very much.
Now, he's talking about a young lady that they rescued from violent crimes and other things. He didn't expand on this. But when Mark Esper was giving a presser, there was a reporter that asked him about the hostage, and he said, the young lady is from Honduras, who is an American citizen, and she was involved in a violent crime. Take a listen to what Mark Esper said.
Yes, a hostage.
Well, we had a young lady, a young American, who was the victim of a violent crime in Honduras, I believe. She has been returned to the United States, and I just say, out of respect for her and her family, for her privacy, we'll just leave it at that.
So once again, there is a reason why this information was brought out to the public. Now, are we going to find out why this was brought out to the public? I do believe so. Trump wouldn't have mentioned it unless there was a specific reason. And we know from Q's past posts about when the storm hits, there might be false flags. And we're starting to get indication that the deep state might be planning something. And this is why Trump and the Patriots have been telling everyone to stay at home, don't congregate in more than 10 people, and all businesses are closed because I think they're trying to minimize damage when this operation takes place. This is coming out of ABC News. It says, white supremacists encouraging their members to spread coronavirus to cops, Jews, and they're monitoring the situation. So it looks like they're trying to push something, and this is why Trump, his administration, all the different agencies are telling everyone, listen, we need to stay at home. And this is why there are certain states, and I believe there's going to be a lot more states, telling everyone that we need to stay at home. Is there going to be martial law? No. Optics are very important.
Now, he says no martial law, but we do have the National Guard in. We do have powers of war going on here now from the presidency, FBI, and other groups, military and other groups. So it's so close to martial law, it's pathetic, but it is not total martial law. Now, that's interesting.
Now, Let's get into the economic collapse, political and geopolitical news. Now, the deep state, the mainstream, indication that the deep state might be planning something. And this is why Trump and the Patriots have been telling everyone to stay at home, don't congregate in more than 10 people, and all businesses are closed because I think they're trying to minimize damage when this operation takes place. This is coming out of ABC News. It says, white supremacists encouraging their members to spread coronavirus to cops, Jews, and they're monitoring the situation. So it looks like they're trying to push something, and this is why Trump, his administration, all the different agencies are telling everyone, listen, we need to stay at home. And this is why there are certain states, and I believe there's going to be a lot more states, telling everyone that we need to stay at home. Is there going
The cure needs to be talked about more. I don't think he's going to report on the doctor that did 350 patients, and they all got better. None of them died. None of them went to a hospital, and he used this chloroquine and this antibiotic.
individual who was 52? He was struggling with horrendous back pain, headaches, cough, fatigue, because he had COVID-19. He thought he was going to die. He took the chloroquine, and he recovered. But again, the mainstream media, they're trying to push their agenda. And Trump tweeted out to confirm that the cure is on its way. He said, a great early result from a drug that will start tomorrow in New York and other places. COVID-19. Why New York? Optics are very important. Wasn't New York completely against Trump? Weren't they trying to get his tax information? Weren't they trying to set up separate laws about you have to produce your taxes if you want to run for president? That was smashed down by the Supreme Court. Weren't they trying to disbar Attorney General Barr? This is why I do believe Trump picked New York, because if they use this drug and they start to cure people, the entire country will be looking at this. Oh, look, he helped New York. New York is on his side. Governor Cuomo has been praising Trump recently, and we'll get into Cuomo in just a minute. Now, very interestingly, Trump also tweeted this out. I watch and listen to the fake news, CNN, MSDNC, ABC, NBC, CBS, some of Fox, desperately and foolishly pleading to be politically correct, the New York Times, and the Washington Post. And all I see is hatred of me at any cost. Don't they understand that they are destroying themselves? And this brings me back to March 23rd, 2019, a year ago. And it's amazing how this is all matching up. And it seems that the past posts are telling a story of how this is being played out. If we look at post 3168, we go to the bottom. It says their only defense is to play dumb, shocked and surprised to avoid collusion claims. Nobody walks away from this. What is he talking about? Well, up top, it shows the mainstream media, Acosta, Rachel Maddow, and others. And it's showing that the mainstream media, all they're doing is pushing the agenda of the deep state. So let me continue with post 3169. This is March 23rd, 2019. You are witnessing the collapse of the largest pre-planned and coordinated propaganda event in modern day history, Projection 101. Then we had Governor Cuomo. He came out and he said, we are in the relative calm before the storm. I repeat, the calm before the storm. Take a listen.
This is going to get much worse before it gets better. We are still in the relative calm before the storm. You're going to see the number of infections, the number of cases increase dramatically.
Now, was this just a coincidence that he said this? Now, think about this. We've had the Prime Minister from Ireland talk about the storm. We have Xi Jinping telling us about the storm. And now we have Cuomo talking about the storm. And if we go back to post 3173, again, March 23rd, 2019, it says the calm before the storm.
Now, it's interesting that all these things are a year before warning. Remember, they have the looking glass system. They can easily warn us a year before what's going to happen. And I talked about the looking glass, the time machine. There's so much going on here that is not being reported, to say the least.
The deep state is no longer in control. What happens when blockade threat is dismantled and removed? You'll find out. Fire at will, Commander. And I do believe that future does prove the past. Because if you really look, these past posts are laying out what is happening, and they're lining up perfectly with what is coming out from Cuomo, from the Prime Minister of Ireland, from Xi Jinping, and the rest. So let's go to post 3174. It says, you may start your attack, run. So each and every day we get
March 23rd, 2019. You may start your attack, run. So this is the 24th. We're going to find out this week and next week, hopefully in the near future, what this attack run is.
get a little bit more of what is happening. So I do believe the surge of the storm is about to hit. And this is why Cuomo put this out there. And what's very interesting is he said this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. But if you look at all the graphs, the amount of people infected, people dying, seems to be going the other way right now. But they keep saying it's going to get a lot worse. Now, the question is, a lot worse for who? For the everyday person or for other individuals? Because we do have a lot of elite, a lot of Hollywood actors and actresses that seem very confused about all of this, passing messages back and forth. Now, these individuals who are wealthy, many of them live on estates, they have the ability to do quite a bit. They have a staff, they can go out, they have estates, they can do all these things. But they seem to be acting very strange and sending messages back and forth. They seem very depressed, and it seems like something else is going on. And I do believe that this is all part of the storm. Now, Trump, he tweeted out the following: "We cannot let the cure be worse than the problem itself. At the end of the 15-day period, we will make a decision as to which way we want to go." Letting us know, and I believe that the end of the 15th day is March 31st. So we have an operation going on because
This ties up with what Q has been saying too. Will this operation be done mostly by the 31st? Or will we have 10 days of darkness afterwards, April 1st through April 10th or 11th, maybe the 15th, before it's finished? We will see.
Trump confirmed with this rescue of this individual that there is an operation. I do believe there's other operations happening at the same time. He's letting us know that we're going to reevaluate and we're going to be on a different path after the 15 days. So we still have some time here that things are going to get a little crazy. In the mainstream media, the corrupt politicians, they're going to push their agenda as hard as they possibly can. Now, very interestingly, we have the U.S. Army out there tweeting, "When the sun goes down, our best is ready to stand watch." We also have the U.S. Navy.
Interesting. Our best is ready to watch.
Time to take care of business, shipmates. Does this mean that operators are ready to go? That the storm surge is about to hit? Could be. And as we look at other days and other posts, the story is being laid out for us. And the elite, the Hollywood actors and actresses, the mainstream media, they seem very confused on what is going on. Why Trump is not following the advice of certain people, why he's doing something completely opposite. And this is why they're getting very angry. This is why they're out there saying that his pressers need to be taken down, that he's not following what he's supposed to follow from these individuals. He's doing the complete opposite because the Patriots' plan is different than their plan. The Patriots' plan is to go after these individuals. They have certain operations that they have to complete. This is not about the coronavirus. This is something completely different. And they're getting upset and angry that Trump is not following the advice of certain individuals. They did this when he first came into his presidency, where he wasn't listening to the intelligence agencies. They already had a plan. And the deep state, the mainstream media, they don't know what to do with this. Hollywood doesn't know what to do with this. And I believe they're all caught up in this. And yes, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better, because I do believe the Patriots are coming after all of them. Listen, everyone, thanks a lot.
All right, we'll soon see. So that means the next 2 or 3 weeks up to about the middle of April should get pretty tough, if not more. But I don't believe it's going to last much longer than the end of April. We will see. You will see. These past posts from a year in advance, you need to look at those very carefully. Okay, there's Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. The storm is about to hit with some pretty tremendous fury over the next, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks. Probably not much longer than 30 days. We'll see. That's my best guess. Don't know. Good day.